Hi guys. If you guys could drop a like, say hello, that'll be much appreciated. Just gonna wait for a few more people to tune in. And kind of want to tell you guys about my crazy experience that I had this past Wednesday. So yeah, we're gonna wait for more people to tune in. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. It's like Monday night here in Chiang Mai in Thailand. So lovely for you guys to join in. There's a mirror in the back there. This is like the Airbnb we're staying at right now. So yeah, drop a like, everyone. Say hello. I just wanted to tell you guys that I had a really crazy experience on Wednesday. Hi, Doris. Good evening from Chiang Mai, Thailand. And good morning to you, Doris. How are you? Eat your words, Tarot. Hi. If you guys could all drop a like, just say hello. I don't know if you guys have been noticing that, in my last few videos, I actually took a few days off work just to recover, because like I said on Wednesday, I had a really crazy experience, um, where I basically, you know, I mean, should I start now? Or should I just wait for more people to tune in? Or should I just start talking and just wait for people to tune in? Hi, Chumpa. How are you? For those of you guys that don't know, I'm in Thailand right now. So I've been traveling since like February. So, oh yeah, it's Cinco de Mayo. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. I mean, we went to this really good vegan place in Chiang Mai, and they had some like killer burritos and pizza and also burgers. Yeah. I'm doing okay. I just recovered. Like I just feel like I'm starting to feel better from the experience that I had. Yeah, but I got really, it was like, yeah, this happened on Wednesday. I got really sick on Wednesday. So, there is a mall in Bangkok in the Watana area, okay, called Terminal 21. So the night before, which was Tuesday night, we went upstairs, which is the very top floor, it's the sixth floor. We got towards the back of the mall, and this is kind of like the food court area, right? And we had sushi, okay? So immediately when we got to the sushi place, I just got really lightheaded, okay? I didn't really know what it was. I kind of shook it off like it was nothing. We just ate, and we called it a night, and then we went. And then, for some reason, it was Wednesday during the day, I felt called to go back to that sushi place again at the mall for that night. That night, Wednesday night, we had dinner there again. So we went back again. When we walked up to the sushi place, I basically had, I felt dizzy again. Yeah, and when we sat down on the table, I basically had a vision of someone jumping off from the top floor of the mall, basically fell to their death. Okay. And after that, immediately within minutes, I felt sick. Yeah, like I felt like my whole body was injured, my neck was broken. And what I did, the next thing I did was I Googled it. Basically, I think I Googled like suicide, jumper, Terminal 21 Mall, Bangkok. And then boom, someone basically killed themselves, jumped off from the top, and yeah, basically they, unalived themselves. Okay, so after that, I got so sick from the experience. I had a fever. My body was aching. Um, I had the chills. Like I was trying to walk around, trying to ground, trying to, you know, kind of like walk it off. We went to like a different mall after. Went to a different mall. We got smoothies, we got like snacks, and it just became progressively worse. Like my whole body was shaking. Yeah, like my teeth were chattering. Like I was cold, but it was like freaking 95 degrees outside. Yeah. So so that night I had a really rough night, um and I was trying to figure out a way to ground. I was trying to meditate. Nothing was really happening. And mind you, like I've had visions in the past, and I've had psychic attacks where, or that, when I was doing, energy work, such as shamanic work or something like that, or if I was doing clearing work out of a home, there's been times I would get sick. It's just due to me having really poor boundaries with spirit. And that's something that I have to consistently work on. So the following day, my sister suggested that I do a salt bath. So we did find a place where it was like kind of like it was like a spaceship sort of thing. Here, hold on one sec. Let me pull up on my iPad. I did take a picture of it. So I went there to take a salt bath. Basically, it was like floating in the Dead Sea, but for like an hour. Okay. And after that, I felt kind of better. I wasn't 100%. I felt like maybe it was a whole lot better, but my body was still aching. I was still very dizzy. Um, I still had headaches. I didn't really have the fever though. The fever went away. It was kind of coming and going though. Interesting thing, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday I felt fine most of the day, but when the nighttime rolled around, I was still dizzy during the day. But when the nighttime rolled around, like that's when I started to get the headaches, the fever, the body aches, the chills again. Like I felt injured and stuff like that. Like I felt really injured. And I got really sick again. The salt bath that he did, it helped me a little bit, but it didn't really help me a whole lot. But I'm trying to find the thing to show you. I'm sure you guys have seen it before. Maybe you guys have seen it. I don't know. Where, where is it? I can't find it. It's kind of it almost look like it looks like a spaceship, and you just go in and you just float. Yeah, you just float in the thing. And basically it's the water is filled with water and Epsom salts. You just go in and you just ground, you relax and stuff like that. And I did relax. I was meditating in there. I fell asleep for like an hour, but I came out like, kind of refreshed. But at that time, by the time we came out, like the sun was starting to go down. And, I started to get sick again. Yeah, and it kept repeating like this for the next few days. I didn't really start feeling better until yesterday. I'm still feeling dizzy. But yeah, there was definitely like after that vision happened, that like I had an attachment on me, and I had some work done by someone that is in Korea that helped me remove the attachment. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that, hey, if I seemed a little bit off the last few days of my videos, it was because of that. And I did take 2 days off. Just so you know, a lot of times when I do record my videos, I do record them ahead of time. I pre-record them and I schedule them to post. So yeah, so that is what happened to me. And that is not the first time that has happened to me. It has happened to me on multiple occasions where, when I get a vision or when I do some sort of energy work, I would get very, 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 very sick. So that's why, when it comes to, doing shamanic work or clearing work, I don't really do them that often. It's very rare that I do them because I don't really have those boundaries with spirit yet. Yeah, I'm really prone to energies coming through and they take over me. Um, and I do have kind of like a very sensitive, um, like I said, like there are times that I'll have kundalini, but it doesn't really move through my body smoothly. It moves through my body very violently. So I just yeah, I mean, a lot of my friends that are, spiritual and in the spiritual community, suggested that, same suggestion is to have boundaries with spirit and stuff like that. Yeah, the spirit was just so, so, so angry. I do feel like whoever this person was on meth before they, unalive themselves. And I feel like this person was coming off the high. Yeah, this person was coming off the high, and I feel like the reality was starting to set in, because I mean, I've never been on drugs before, but I would assume when you take drugs, you escape to this fairy tale land, this la la land, and when you come back to this reality, I feel like when you come back, it just seems a little bit more harsh, right? And you know, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why this person did what they did. But yeah, it was something that was really hard to watch and very shocking. I do believe that whoever this person was either eating there or that this person would work there. Okay. But I do believe that, this person, was on some sort of substances before this person, you know, yeah. So I'm feeling a lot better, but just sometimes I'm still very, very, very dizzy. Like I'm just very sensitive, to energies and around me and stuff like that. But I just feel like, I do, meditate. I do, try and protect myself. Other times that has happened, was going to shamanic retreats in New Mexico. Yeah, where, there's been times, you know, I've been called to work on other people and stuff like that, and I would get really sick after. And I could remember two occasions when I went to this retreat in New Mexico of that happening. So yeah, so that's why like when it comes to like, so for now, all I do is do tarot and do psychic work and a little bit of mediumship work. But when it comes to doing shamanic work and clearing work and healing work, even just going into like mediumship work, it's really hard on my body. So, and I'm not like a really big, you know, butch masculine guy. I'm very, very lanky and skinny. I'm 6'1" and only 140 pounds. I'm really underweight for my height. But I think it has a lot to do with genetics, and also I think it has to do with a lot of the work that I do, because I feel like a lot of times, I have really fast metabolism, but when you're channeling, I feel like you're exercising a lot. I feel like you're burning a lot of calories. You know, so but yeah, the last time I had like a kind of like an attack like this wasn't really like this, but I went to an ecstatic dance in Athens, Greece, and it activated my Kundalini. And that experience was really deep and profound because, like, after that experience, my boyfriend and I had a discussion about our experiences, and our experience with that was that, our inner child started to come up. Yeah, things that we haven't, you know, healed. Obviously, our healing journey is, you know, it's not linear. It's very up and down. We're constantly working on ourselves. Sometimes we feel really good about ourselves. Some days, and we have those ups and downs. But we just had such a like. He had a profound experience. He didn't have the Kundalini, but I had the Kundalini, and we had such a deep, profound experience where uh, I felt like I healed. For me, from my experience, I healed my like father wounding. Yeah, the father wounding. It was so emotional because like I was crying too. And I was my whole body was shaking. But yeah, so I have those experiences sometimes. So I wanted to tell you about it and share it with you, and also let you know, because a lot of you guys in the last few days have been watching my videos, and you guys have been really concerned because I didn't look well, and yes, I didn't look well, and it was because of that. So um, even when yeah, it's kind of hard because uh, it, what happens with spirit is that when Spirit sees a person that's able to connect, they immediately get excited. So they all flock to you, you know? They're sometimes they're all waiting out, like out the door, like on the line, you know, trying to get to see you, you know, trying to get you to help them. It's quite challenging, but also I feel like, if you're able to help spirit to resolve something that's unresolved for them, that's really rewarding at the same time, right? But I really need to be careful because I'm so sensitive that, I may hurt myself. Like I wouldn't like physically hurt myself, but I would get hurt in the process. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I think you're right. I should get my blood pressure checked. But, I go to the doctor twice a year, so I stay on top of my health a lot. And every time I check my blood pressure, it comes back normal. But, in those experiences that I've had, especially sitting in a safe circle with other people that want to heal, um, they've been really concerned that, hey, like, you may blow out your heart or something like that, or that you may, you know, you know, damage yourself. And yeah, I get that. And there's been times where I've had those experiences where I felt like that was gonna happen. Um, because I just don't really know how to, you know, draw the line in the sand with spirit. Um, and it's so interesting because I have great boundaries, great physical boundaries with people, physical people. But when it comes to energies, that's quite challenging for me. Yeah, that's quite challenging for me. I hope by the next few days I'll start to get better. But even just today, today we barely slept a wink last night because our flight this morning coming to Chiang Mai was so early, and we only had like 2 hours of sleep last night. And I'm hoping that I'm a little dizzy because I didn't really sleep that much last night, but I feel like it's just a residual leftover experience that I had from Wednesday night. Yeah, so yeah, I do travel a lot. Blessings to you. Enjoy Thailand. Yeah, Doris. I'm gonna be in Thailand for I don't know. um, I think the plan. We don't really have concrete plans, but we're to be here until um probably at the end of May, and then we're gonna go to Vietnam. Okay, and then we'll come back to Thailand, and then we'll go back to Israel, and then from Israel we'll go back to the U.S. So by the summer I'll be back in the U.S. for a little bit, just to stay grounded for a little bit. It can be. And it's not like I was like it's not like it's not like I'm 20 years old now. I'm 40 years old, and it is really taxing the body, especially like on like red-eye flights. That makes it really hard, especially if it's like, very early morning flights where you don't even have enough time to sleep and you have to get up and get ready to make it to your like 5 a.m. flight or something like that. So yeah. Hey, Queen J Aqua, T Genie, Laverne. Yeah, so that's why I wanted to hop on here just to talk to you guys a little bit. Hey, if you guys could all drop a like and just, drop a like, that'll be much appreciated just to get the algorithm going here. I am at my Airbnb. I don't know what, we're only in Chiang Mai for a week, but if we like Chiang Mai, we plan to stay here longer, but we want to see like the other northern parts um, of Thailand. So also it's Monday night here. Yeah, it's Monday night here. It's 11:48 p.m. and I think you guys are in daytime over there. Yeah, I think it's like an 11-hour difference from the East Coast United States. So yeah, so like I'm 11 hours ahead in the future. You guys are 11 hours behind. Um, yeah, and then Midwest 12 hours, Mountain 13 hours, and then West Coast 14 hours. Oh, that's a good question, Vitalia. Well, the best way to really strengthen with boundaries with spirit, I mean, I practice this every day myself, is to have basically impeccable boundaries. Yeah, basically to have impeccable boundaries. I mean, I feel like boundaries is something that everyone struggles with, not just with spirit, but also with people in general. Yeah, so I feel like that's something to practice every single day and to work on. Yeah. Oh, I just totally blocked the... Gemini season is a month this year? I don't know anything about that. I mean, I'm just gonna kind of like maybe Google it and just to see what comes up, because I mean, I don't know everything myself, so I mean, I'm constantly learning something new every single day, so, and I'm always open to learning. Let's see what we have here. So I'm just gonna go here. So I'm just gonna put it in ChatGPT, which I use a lot, and ask, tell me about Gemini season this year. Tell me about Gemini season 2025. Okay, what we need to know. Hi, hi Teresa. Hi, hi, Red or Reed. Reed. Nothing says it. It doesn't say anything about. Hold on one sec. Oh yeah, Gemini season this. Yeah, Gemini season this year is exactly 1 month. It says it's from May 20th to June 20th. That's 1 month, right? It also shows. It's also showing like planetary transits this year too, for Gemini season, or what's happening Gemini season here. So yeah, it looks like it's for a month. Yeah, May 20th. May. Yeah, I think that's a month. That's exactly a month. Yeah, May 20th, June 20th. That's something really special. My boyfriend's a Gemini, so his birthday is coming up soon. It's May 22nd, so he's like the beginning. So he's on the cusp of Taurus. He's on the cusp of cusp of Taurus, Gemini. So yeah, I'm gonna try and feel better and see if I could do like a kind of like a more formal live where I'm doing like all tell signs or something like that, or like one question readings too. Oh, you do? That's great. I love it. If it helps you, that's amazing. Okay? If it helps you, that's amazing. Now, do you guys have any questions to ask me? Do you guys want to chit chat or something like that? Maybe on here for like another, I don't know, maybe another 20 minutes because it's almost like midnight here. It's almost midnight. Hi, Bahavna, Bhavana. Yeah. It's always good to see you live, Gary. How's your boyfriend doing with all that beautiful hair? He's sleeping right now. He's sleeping. He really takes care of his hair. I mean, I used to have long hair myself. It was my COVID hair, by the way. And I grew it out for 3 years. I think I cut it, like March 2023. I think it was before I went to Tahiti. Yeah. I don't know how long you guys have been watching me for. For some of you guys that have been watching me for a while, if you guys recall, I did have long hair. Interesting thing, like when I started this YouTube channel, I started with short hair. And I started the channel in 2020, which was during, COVID. And that short hair, basically, it was my COVID hair. I just grew it out. Yeah. And it was really long. Very long. Let's see if you can find it here. Hold on. And then I cut it. I decided to cut the hair because it was getting very difficult and hard to manage because I was putting all this product into my hair. And I just decided to, like, you know what, I'm just going to cut it because I didn't want to deal with it anymore. And I felt like I had to wash it all the time because it was just really hard to maintain when it's long. Hold on one sec. Oh, this is a nice one. I think, yeah, it was like really long. Here, that was me. I found this picture on my iPad. This was like in the Hamptons. I'm not in Dubai, no. I'm in Thailand. I'm in Thailand. Oh, thank you, Mavis. It is nighttime here. Yes, Teresa, it is nighttime. Hi, M. Timothy's. Oh, thank you, Aqua. Thank you so much. Yeah, we went twice. Actually, we did a salt bath just on Thursday, this past Thursday, which was really nice. It was like $40 for an hour for one person. We went and got massages, which was really nice. We've done 2 massages already. Super cheap. It's like $15 for like a person for like 1 hour. Yeah, so I want to do it again. I want to do the salt thing again too. I cut my hair because I thought it was just hard to manage. Yeah. In certain traditions, which is really interesting, that I don't know which I'm just gonna say in certain traditions, right? Your hair is a representation of being part of your intuition. So the longer your hair, apparently, the better your intuition is. I do feel like there is truth to that. Yeah. We have hair all over our body, right? And and our body, like I said, has that innate ability to allow us to know what's right for us and then what's not right for us. I think that's why we have body on our hair, maybe. Yeah. It's to help us with our intuition. Hi Gary, can I get a general short advice? I'm struggling in dark times, financial struggle. Well, I feel like when someone's struggling, like when I'm struggling, I want to know what my goal is. You know, what your goal, how you can get out of it. I feel like that's a good start. Yeah. That is a good start, is to figure out what your goals are. Um, I feel like, the struggles that we go through, we also have to learn how we got there. Yeah. So if you can pinpoint how you got there, you will have the answer of how you could get out too. And just so you know, you guys, the bad things that we experience in life, even the good things that we experience in life, it doesn't really last a long time, right? We go through these waves in life where, we go through these contraction phases. Yeah. So these contraction phases are a period of time in our lives where we're, healing, we're growing, we're expanding, we're learning our lessons, we're going through difficult times. These are when these really big lessons are learned. And then during the expansion phases are times that we, are happy, fulfilled, things are going great, life is going great, right? So, just so you know, like whatever struggles that you go through right now, whatever hardships that you go through, just know that it's temporary and that we do have the power to get out of it, right? Also, it doesn't help to, turn to someone for some sort of guidance, tools, and knowledge to help you, navigate through it in the best possible way. But you have to be open to those messages just coming in, and that, when those messages do come in, it's really important to surrender to the ego. Yeah, sometimes our egos can keep us where we're at, and I do believe that for a lot of us, even myself, sometimes we do struggle with our egos. I don't feel like anyone's really bulletproof from that. Um, but yeah, I do feel like, as we continue our spiritual path to heal, you know, working towards the path of enlightenment, over times, I feel like, that will start to subside little bits and pieces at a time. I say little bits and pieces because I don't want to generalize it, because everyone's journey is different, right? I mean, some people can do it quicker than others, and some people take their time, and that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Um, Mike, how did I fall into tarot? It's so interesting because, growing up as a kid, I always had experiences with, spirits and stuff like that. Um, Even like my mom told me not till I was a lot older that my grandmother had gifts of seeing spirits and talking to spirits and having psychic experiences. And that's what happened to me as a kid. Like, I was having psychic experiences, but I didn't have a teacher to teach me on how to utilize those gifts. And I didn't really have teachers till I was a lot older, until like I was in my 30s. And I feel like sometimes I still need teachers. I still need people to teach me, because obviously, when we go through our spiritual journey in life, it just, we're it's a lifelong commitment. We're constantly doing healing work, right? I mean, I have healing work to do. I mean, I would say I'm not a perfect person. I don't feel like anyone is. But yeah, I feel like I still have work to do. I mean, for those that it's for those you that have followed me, for me, I do deal with abandonment issues myself too. I do deal with traumas myself too. More recent traumas with the war going on in Israel and stuff like that. So I'm still have a lot of things to work through, but long story short, Mike, how I fell into tarot was basically I started doing this when COVID started. Yeah, I lost my job during that time. I was working, in one of the top insurance firms in the United States, and I was making a six-figure salary. I wouldn't say that life was really great. um, it was not like it was my favorite job. I didn't really like that job. I hated it. I actually hated every single job that I worked at. Um, yeah, when COVID happened, that's when I started to do tarot, because I, I remember I was on Amazon one day, and I one of the suggested items, I guess maybe at that time, a lot of people were playing around with tarot decks, and I ordered. my first tarot deck, started playing around with it, and that's when I started doing it. Yeah, so I've been doing it ever since then. Um, Started my YouTube channel with 0 people. Now I'm up to almost 170,000. Just basically let the channel, I've been letting the channel grow organically on its own. Yeah. Without paying the extras and stuff like that. I know some people do that, which there's nothing wrong with that, you know. I mean, if people see the benefits and the rewards in doing that, you know, that's really great for them. But I've never really paid extra. I've always let, you know, things naturally develop, let things naturally develop, let things naturally develop. Yeah. Hi, Susie. Thank you. I'm glad the advice could help you guys, especially Timothy's here. Hi, Davey. Welcome. Thank you, Carrie. Do you feel like you get attacked spiritually when you do readings? That's happened to me a few times, yeah. Actually, you know, a while ago, I didn't like, I wasn't really aware of this, but I felt like there was something on my leg for a very long time. And apparently, I saw someone that did a scan, like that was doing energy work on me, and he told me that I had like 2 or 3 attachments on my leg, on my left leg, because I felt something weird on my left leg and I couldn't pinpoint it myself. And someone, you know, kind of like isolated the, you know, the problem, and you know, it was and they this person, I'm not going to name the name, but he told me that there was like entities on me that looked like Pokemons. And it's so funny because like before I got on the call, I was playing Pokemon. For those of you guys don't know, I do play Pokemon the game, but I thought that was really funny. But yeah, since then when he did the work, like my leg felt a lot better. But yeah, there's been times that have gotten attacks, yeah, during readings. And you know, when I do readings, a lot of the times, you know, it's usually through Zoom or pre-recorded, you know, Cameo. And before I do the read, I usually set up a kind of like a perimeter around me, so like kind of like a force field, so that, you know, the energies don't come through. But sometimes, you know, some of the suckers get through. Yeah. So, uh, Free Spirit has a hard time stuck in the office. What makes you happy? What makes me happy? Um, what makes me happy is that I know that I'm in the place that I'm supposed to be right now. Yeah, I'm on the path that I'm supposed to be on. Um, but if I were to look at that in the spiritual way, like within myself, that would be my answer. But if I look at the external of what makes me happy, um, I mean, I would say that traveling could be an external and an internal journey. Yeah, because you're kind of like, you know, you're going on a journey, you know, you're going to different places, going to have different experiences that support you in your healing journey, you know? Um, I feel like sometimes you have to see what's out there in the world to seek out what you need to seek out, but also it doesn't necessarily have to be that way for everyone. Yeah, I mean, you could stay in one place wherever you're at and do what you need to do, right? But you know, sometimes, you know, there are certain people that feel called to just go out there and just experience the world, you know, and see what's out there. You know, I feel like, you know, me traveling to these different places, you know, doing all this healing work and spiritual work, like I feel like that's a path. This is where I'm supposed to be, right? But you know, for other people, you know, people can you know, be where they need to be, you know, wherever they're called to be, and that's okay because that is their journey, that is their experience, and no matter how it is, you know, whether it's good or bad, whether it's up and down, you know, it's a good experience for me, for Joe, for Sam, for anybody. Yeah, anybody. Which whatever journey that you're on right now, that's where you're supposed to be, and it's leading you towards somewhere, right? So let's see. Have you formed a protection? You have formed. Oh, I do wear a cross on me. I think I should be wearing more crystals. I used to wear more of them, but I just more opted more with going with wearing crosses. And I have many different ones, but this one's my favorite one. I got this one from Cyprus. Yeah, I got this one from Cyprus. I don't weigh no damn 300 pounds. Entertainment capsule. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you could go ahead and do so. I'm just chit-chatting here. Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to, yeah, Mike, I just wanted to come on here to just kind of keep people updated and let people know what has been going on with me because I fell ill like last Wednesday after I had a psychic experience. So, and this is it. This is my Airbnb, you guys. Our Airbnb. Yeah, so this is kind of like the living area. The bedroom is through those doors. The kitchen's like over there. The bathroom, the toilet's like over that way. So yeah, but yeah, guys, I'm feeling a lot better, but still a bit dizzy. Yuli, long story short, I mean, I told this story like maybe like around 40 minutes ago. So if you just go back, yeah, the whole story's there. Yeah, the whole story's there. I was sick, but I'm getting better. Accept gifts. It depends. You know, I have people send me stuff. Fans that send me stuff. I just got a beautiful Oracle deck that I can't wait to get back to when I get back to New York. So I can't wait to try it out. Yeah. Oh, you want to send me for? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Go for it. Um, Teresa. Just send me a DM on my Instagram, and I could send you the info. Can I ask you how you would deal with stalkers and betrayal? I mean, if they're threatening your life, I would report them. Yeah, I would. I mean, if you feel like your safety is being jeopardized, I would report them. Yeah. Just, I feel like in certain situations, you know, I feel like certain things should be you should just let it go, right? But I feel like in certain situations, I feel like you have to stand up for yourself and do something and say something because it's good for your karma. Because if you don't do it, whatever is going on, you will continue to perpetuate that type of karma, right? So yeah, I would just report them. Yeah, backstabbing her and harassment. I mean, if it's just that, harassing you on social media and stuff like that, I'll just be like, fuck, f off. It's kind of like dealing with the troll, right? But if it escalates, then yeah, I would report it. So I have experienced someone in immediate family death by suicide. That's like a hard thing to deal with. Yeah, I would imagine that's a hard thing to deal with. I've never really witnessed it personally, but I've had visions of it, of other people doing it. Yeah. And this one that I had on Wednesday, it was like really hard because, like I said, it got me really, 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 really sick. It got me really sick. So, well, I'm glad you're here, Karen, because it's a safe space just to chit chat and, to be yourself, be open, and, just to talk. Yeah, because I mean, I do believe I'm a good listener. Yeah, especially I've been doing this for so long, you just learn how to be a good listener. Yeah, and also be patient, and also accept people's experiences for what they are. Yeah, and not judge them. So, yeah. Mm, I can't believe I last night I had like only 2 hours of sleep. Okay, when we got into the Airbnb, my boyfriend and I knocked out for like 5 hours this afternoon. And we got up for dinner. Yeah, and then we came back here. I decided like I wanted to go live because, like, I wanted to basically address and let people know what was going on because a lot of people were concerned about me because I was not looking well. So, um, mm, oh, thank you, Karen. Thank you for the hug. Do you guys have anything planned for tomorrow? Okay, so not really. We're gonna play it by ear. I know that Chiang Mai is known for its nature, like outdoorsy stuff. I know it's known for its temples. Um, I want to do everything that I can here. I also want to go to the sanctuary. So, yeah, we'll see. But tomorrow, first things first, when I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna work. Um, and then, yeah, and then we'll kind of do our thing. We'll see. Yeah, this morning, we woke up at 2 a.m. to get on our flight here. But when we got to the airport, our flight was delayed like 3 hours. So we were at the airport for like, yeah, yeah, our flight was like at 6 a.m. No, yeah, 6 a.m. And it was delayed for like, yeah, 2 hours because we departed at 8:10. We departed at 8:10. Oh, I'm so happy to hear, Karen. I think the only reason why I'm up right now is because we took that long nap. What was meant to be a meditation, I ended up falling asleep for like 5 hours. Yeah. All right, guys. I think I should sign off here. Yeah, and go to bed and get ready to go to bed. Yeah, because I plan to wake up really early around like 6 in the morning, get my day started, do some work, and then see what the day holds for us tomorrow. I don't know what to do with this problem. I take my girlfriend on at least 4 or 5 holidays a year. Every single time she somehow finds her way back home. Where is the best place to lose her for good? Whoa. Why don't you just break up with her, Davy? Seems like you're not really into her. Oh, you're just messing. I love it. Thanks. Uh, all right, you guys, I'm gonna sign off here. You guys, thank you so much for being here. Have a great night. Have a great day wherever you guys are. And bye for now, you guys, okay? Bye.